I've seen this question, and I've actually seen this comment before, but some people are going to say that, you know, you're only supporting your son now because he's supporting you, that he's making you money. It's the internet. People are allowed to feel how they feel. How do you feel about that?
We both had awesome jobs. Not to say this job is not awesome, but it took me 7 years to be able to get my RN license, and I love being a nurse. I will continue to be a nurse, donating time or doing whatever I have to do. So I absolutely love my job. But I love my son more. But it definitely was not for the money.
I laugh at those comments, to be honest. In our video that we shot, people were commenting the only reason why you accepted him being gay is because you're making so much money now. No, that's let me clear some shit up on that end. So when I was becoming the person that I wanted to be, and like when I started researching all that, trying to change my life, this happened before the whole Manny Mua thing happens. I actually took a pay cut to come to work for Lunar Beauty. I was making very good money. I was working for a big corporation in management. She was an RN, and we all know how much RNs can make if they really wanted to.
Hey, what is up all my social climbing friends? It's Dustin and I am back with another video. Before I get into this, I just want to say that I am not trying to be disrespectful at all. This is actually just my observation from everything that has went on with Manny. We'll be talking about Jeffree a little bit later. I don't know how long this video is going to be. But initially I was just going to make a response to Manny's actual first video that he put into his docu-series. You guys know that I said in my last video about Jeffree Star, Manny, and Laura that I did not think that it was a good idea that he would do this docu-series. Not because I think that he was copying Shane or anything like that. Like I said, that is a popular format here on YouTube now. A lot of people are doing it. I'm actually very interested and invested in channels that do that type of stuff. But my whole thing about it is I think that it's too much. I don't think that people really want to know that much about what Manny did in a month and a half that he was not on social media. We all know that he was supposed to be gathering himself and his thoughts. I hope he did. I really hate that he says that he's going through all this mental stuff, but I can't help but feel like in some way that this was somewhat planned out this way, because we all know that yesterday, it's tomorrow, it's a different day now, but yesterday I think was the 10th. Yes, it was World Mental Health Day. We all know that, and you guys know that I take mental health very, very, very seriously here on this channel. I have went through a whole bunch of stuff that has like changed my life in the past 6 months that really streamed from my mental health. I'm in such a better mind space myself now, and I do think that it does take time, and I think that in that month and a half Manny probably did things that probably did help his mental state if in fact he was going through these things. Now I just want to say that if you watched Manny's video, his parents made a whole big deal about all of this stuff. The timeline to me did not match up. That is not me coming for him. I would never come for somebody's parents like outright. I would be pissed if somebody did that to me. That was just an observation. It was just like the timeline did not add up for me from what his dad was saying to what his mom said to what actually happened, because you've seen on Instagram that his mom was an RN later. Now I get that she could have been like an RN for a couple months. I think I remember her being an RN and Manny snapping out that it was like her last day and she was coming to work for him at Lunar Beauty. But from what his dad said, he alluded to the fact that that was like before Manny was like this big social media influencer. And we all seen that in the intro that Jeffree Star was actually friends with him well before his mother graduated, whatever. We all know that Manny actually got the connections from Jeffree Star to launch his Lunar Beauty brand. That's been no secret. But personally, I felt like this whole video was just like literally 30 minutes of Manny and UA repeating and regurgitating the same thing over and over and over again. You hear him say that if he has a personal relationship that he doesn't want to like go back and forth, and he just kind of like eases his way out. But we've seen this with him numerous different times with numerous different people. Patrick, Jaclyn Hill. Like, they're still friends, but they're not like they were back in the day. And then we also hear his father say that he doesn't think that Manny is a very confrontational person. I have to disagree. I have a video here on my channel where Manny's actually called people out on Twitter, posting pictures of them and whatnot. He's actually went to bat with Jordan Byers numerous different times. Now, you could say, oh, it's a different person. He doesn't have a personal relationship with them. However, confrontation is confrontation. You can have a confrontation with your friend. You can have a confrontation with a stranger. To me, in my eyes, it's really honestly no different. It's just really about the truth and how you feel in that particular situation, if you get what I'm saying. And honestly, I would feel more apt to probably be more direct with someone that I knew, because I would know how they would respond, than somebody that I didn't know, like Jordan Byers or this other person that Manny called out on Twitter. He's done this numerous different times, so I don't want to hear the argument that Manny is above confrontation, because he's honestly not. And the fact that this video was posted on World Mental Health Day, like, he tweeted out the other day and said that they were editing this video and that it would be up. It's just too coincidental to me. It may just be me reaching. It may just be me looking way too far into it. But I felt like he honestly contrived the day in which he was going to post this video, because he would probably be less likely to get any kind of backlash for the things that he would say in this video. Even though, again, the video was like all over the place and it was like talking circles. Like, and I get that his editor was like really trying with this, but it felt like way too forced for me. And Manny's dad, I don't know what it is about him, but he gives off this energy, like, he just does not like having to do this. He does not like having to get on camera and say these things. Manny's mom, like, I kind of like really like her for some reason. She seems really sweet, and above all, I really do feel like she cares about her son. And I'm not saying that his dad doesn't. It was just that his dad gave off this energy, like he couldn't be bothered with doing this, like he was forced into doing it. I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. Another interesting thing that I want to point out, just the other day, Manny tweeted out and said, just a reminder, heart. It says, just a reminder, we have all done unforgivable things. Now, honestly, I can't say that I've ever really done something that's unforgivable. I've never hurt someone in a way that I don't think that they could forgive me. I don't know if you're speaking for yourself, but he said, we have all wanted to punch holes in a wall. We have all made someone cry. We have all let someone down. We have all had a broken heart. We have all told a lie. We have all wanted to throw our life away. We have all stayed up late overthinking. We are all humans, and we are trying to do better today than we did yesterday. While I agree with some of this stuff, on the backside of that, I feel like this is a way for Manny to say, hey, yeah, I fucked up, but you fucked up too, so who are you to judge me? Like, honestly, like, it's not about judging people. It's about actually being able to own your truth and the actions that you do. You can fuck up all day long, but I have more respect for someone if they actually come to me and be like, hey, you know what? I messed up. I did you this way, and I feel really terrible about it. Let's work this out. But just backing away from a situation and not actually trying to do that is something different. Like, and I don't know how all this stuff went down. I don't know the personable factor that Manny and Jeffree had together, or Manny and any of these other people that he's fell out with, but Manny wants to keep preaching this whole communication is key thing, when in reality, if you are preaching this now and you say that you knew that, then why didn't you do it? It's too much for me. And I feel like Manny is really trying to weigh on the hearts of the people that are watching these videos. And this is in no way me trying to sway anyone. Like, you guys know, I really, really, really liked Manny. And I'm not saying that I don't like Manny now, but the thing is I've seen a side of him. And basically when it was brought up and he put Jeffree Star in his video and he put Gabriel and Patrick in the video, like, he didn't really discuss anything. So it was like this build up for nothing. Like, it was this big crescendo into nothing. Because he sits there and he says that he really doesn't discuss his personal relationships. He says what's personal is personal. My thing is, like, you had a personal relationship with these people on social media. You made a major come up with some of these people on social media, so it was not actually like, yeah, you had your things, your kikis in private, and you had those moments that you shared with people, but you also let people like me and millions of other people into your life with these other people. And I don't think that as fans, it's really too much for you to actually get on camera and say what happened. Unless there's something that you're trying to hide. There's nothing wrong with getting on camera and owning your truth. You guys know that I do that. I've made videos about people that I'm friends with, I was friends with, because I'm an open book. If I were to shut someone out of my life, you're damn right I will make a video about it. That's just who I am. That's how I am. And I feel like if you will not make a video, then you have something to hide. I don't have shit to hide. And these people want to live on this platform and they want to act like they're the realest motherfuckers out there. But what are they hiding? Why can't they just come forward? And back, I think in last December sometime, I made a video about it. Manny and Jeffree snapped out these pictures together. It was obvious that they were trying to make people feel some kind of way about the situation. And they were trying to like almost manipulate the situation to make people think that it was cool. We know that everything was not cool. And then when this whole thing with Dramageddon happened, Manny was right there. Gabriel Zamora exposed the shit out of him. And he said exactly what Manny's intentions were. And it was suspect that Manny would actually upload this documentary series, the first one, on Mental Health Awareness Day. And it was suspect that Laura came back first and then Manny quickly followed. We all know that from Lunar Beauty's Instagram that Manny was going to come back very, very soon. And there's no way to me that somebody that has reached the status that he has on social media that he did not plan this stuff out. Like, we knew he was coming back because he was like teasing that there were going to be new products and things like that. Obviously, you cannot promote your own brand if you are not on social media. This video is already really getting long. I just want to just briefly touch on what happened with Jeffree Star because I kind of in some way kicked it off. I really did not honestly think that out of everybody that tweets at Jeffree Star that he would notice my tweet and quote tweet me. But I tweeted at Jeffree and I said, I didn't know it'd take a 3-part series to explain why you're wrong about something, to try to spin things in a different way. Especially on World Mental Health Day, you don't think this is contrived? Man, bye. I hope Jeffree Star acknowledges this somehow. And by me saying I hope he acknowledges it somehow, it would be like him liking a tweet. And that is not at all what happened. Jeffree Star then went on to literally drag the entire shit out of Laura Lee in one tweet and then Manny in other tweets. Now, a lot of people actually thought that Jeffree Star was shading me because he quote tweeted me, but he actually liked the tweet first and then tweeted back and said, can everyone stop tweeting at me about Manny? I don't care what he's doing, nor do I ever want him in my life again. He has holiday makeup to sell and his parents' idea to come back. Shane and I want our 20% cut for stealing our entire concept. Now, I do want to say that Jeffree Star is completely wrong for this. You guys know that I've said in this video, as well as other videos, nobody owns the format for a documentary series. Shane Dawson didn't even really start that. There's been like way more documentary series on YouTube before Shane Dawson ever got this wild hair up his ass and wanted to be the Dr. Phil of YouTube. I mean, it's a format that's been used for years. It's just been adapted onto the YouTube platform. So you guys know, Jeffree Star tweeted back to me and said, him and Laura have no clue how to be genuine. It's actually scary. I like literally just like fell out on the floor at that point in time. Like, Jeffree's tweeted at me before, but like I thought that this would just be something that I would tweet out and he would maybe like it. I didn't think that he would, like, that would be a signal for me that he just did not agree with what Manny was doing. And a lot of people already did not agree with what Manny was doing. From the comments that I put on my last video, they were like, no, this documentary series is like way too much, like I had already said. Jeffree then went on this tweets tirade and like literally just gave every drama channel like content for like 3 weeks. Not literally 3 weeks, but like maybe a week. He said, it gets so old being asked every day about someone you genuinely don't give a fuck about. Manny never cared about me, and that's the one thing that I really do think through all of this. I do think that Jeffree Star was genuinely hurt by Manny. I don't know what happened between them, what went down, but I really do feel like he was genuinely hurt. And Manny never cared about me. He cared about growing his bank account. I was stupid in the beginning, then woke the fuck up. Let me live and stop digging for tea. I'm bored. Now, I was watching Beauty with Ashley. You guys know Ashley. I love her so much. And she said that Jeffree Star likes to put stuff out and tease stuff. More is going to come. But he gets upset when people actually ask him about this type of stuff because we want to know, because like we were like invested in this relationship, in this friendship that these two people had together. Jeffree then said, if I told you guys the real truth about everything that happened last year, you would be fucking speechless, but I promised myself I wouldn't waste more time on negative energy and horrible people, so I've kept my mouth shut. This is what really messed me up, because he was like directly shading Manny, and we all know that Shane Dawson is getting a lot of heat now about this whole sociopath thing with his collab with Jake Paul, and he said, can the real sociopath in the beauty community please stand up? And I was just like, oh my god. Like, honestly, I feel bad now that I actually even tweeted this out. I really did not think that anything would come of it. I did not think that it would get anywhere near the amount of attention that it did, but I put it out into the universe and it came back. And then we had this random ass tweet from Kathy Griffin. Why, like, I used to love Kathy Griffin's stand-up, but now that she's became so political, like, I don't really like to talk politics because it just causes a whole mess of stuff and people get really turned off by it. I really don't watch politics that much because it just bothers me. Like, there's so much crazy shit that goes on in America right now. It's just a sad thing and I don't really invest that much time in it. But Kathy Griffin said, "I'm sorry, if I wanted Shane Dawson, I would go to Shane's channel. I don't need a wolf in sheep's clothing masquerading as a dime store version of Shane, please." I have no idea why Kathy Griffin decided to chime in. I mean, she has her opinion, she could do that or whatever, but I don't know what relevancy she really has to this topic outside of her being friends with Jeffree and Shane. Like, we know obviously that she's gonna side with him. But you guys, this video has been like hella long. Like, my takeaways from this is, I think that Manny probably should not proceed with this documentary series because I think that it's gonna leave more questions than it will answers, because neither Jeffree nor Manny are gonna open up. And this is the internet. We're gonna sit and we're gonna ask questions because we want answers to the questions that we have, because they have never gave us what we needed to, like, fulfill that need, if that makes sense. Because this is very much like a television show where we get invested in these friendships, we get invested in these people, and we want to know how they're doing and, like, personally, like, know the outcomes of the things that they talk about in their interactions with one another. And in some ways it feels unfair that they wouldn't tell us because they openly were friends on this platform together. Why can't they just close it off? Why can't they just give us, like, the final coup de grace and be like, this is it? Like it, love it, hate it. This is what it is, and this is why we're not friends anymore, and this is why we don't associate. It really just, it would not be that hard for them to do that. And they don't have to continually drag it out, you know what I'm saying? Like, liking shady shit, putting out pictures, being shady, putting captions on Instagram. Like, I'm just one of those people, I feel like it would be best to get it all out front, get it behind you. Like, if you have something that is bothering you that bad, just put it all out on the table at once. Let people judge you for what they are and for who you are, and just move the fuck on. But you guys, I am so sorry that this video is so long. I was gonna break it up in 2 parts. I just really didn't know how to do it that way because I just wanted to get it out. But let me know what you think down below. Do you think that this documentary series should still go on? Because I don't. I think it's just going to cause more harm than good. And let me know what you think about Jeffree Star's tweets down below. I am so sorry. I did not mean to set off a chain reaction for you guys. But I will see you guys on my next video. I was totally planning and I took notes for the whole apocalypse episode. I watched it early, but this came up. I was out of the house for a long time today and I didn't have time to actually film a video until now. So I think that I'm going to actually post a video about American Horror Story Apocalypse tomorrow if you are interested in that. But I hope you guys have a great night, great morning, great day, whenever it is that you see this, and I will see you on my next video. Bye, guys.